sharks in the French press today.
You never know.
At least not literally, anyway. Thanks very much for being with us. So a lot of French papers are actually reacting to an interview that President Sarkozy gave to Le Figaro magazine. That's coming out tomorrow, but they're reacting already.
Yes, it's coming out tomorrow, but a lot of newspapers got a sneak peek. Of course, Le Figaro got a sneak peek, and they've often been a cheerleader for Sarkozy, so it's no surprise that they're applauding him. Les priorités de Sarkozy pour un second mandat, so Sarkozy's priorities for a second term. Now, according to Le Figaro, President Sarkozy has sparked a war on values by defending hard work and responsibility. And in their editorial, they focus on one part of Sarkozy's interview where he has promised that if he's reelected, he'll have a referendum on restricting the right to unemployment benefits, which is a hot topic here in France, especially given the current economic climate. And Le Figaro applauds this move from Sarkozy, a move to ask French people directly what they think instead of always going through the elites, as they say. Now, it's interesting to note that in his interview, Sarkozy stopped short of saying that he's a candidate, but he said that he's going to announce that he's a candidate very soon. And Libération picks up on this. Now, they also got a sneak peek. Le Réac, the reactionary. Now, Libération says that even though Sarkozy is not a candidate yet, he's definitely set the stage for a re-election campaign that's marked by a very conservative social agenda, and that's why you see this very menacing photo of Sarkozy there pointing a finger. Now,
straight at us by the looks of it.
Exactly. Now, Libération, so a left-wing paper, accuses Sarkozy of going backwards by taking this clear step to the right. For instance, in his interview, Sarkozy has vowed to oppose gay marriage, which is interesting because Libération once upon a time said that maybe he would, try to fight for the right to gay marriage. He has also said that he would oppose euthanasia and restrict immigration. So there's a very harsh editorial in Libération, which calls Sarkozy a hypocrite and a clown for being this fake candidate, because he is and he isn't. So Libération says that he's a hypocrite, and they make fun of him, actually, for being so low in the polls despite his best efforts. And now Sarkozy has often called himself a captain on a ship in a storm. And Libération says that if he's a captain, he's lost his compass. And this move to the right shows that he's actually acting very defensively.
Okay, well, we're going to move on to another story that's also been getting a lot of attention in the press here in France, and that's the French car maker Renault. They've decided to build a factory in Morocco rather than here in France to make low-cost cars.
Absolutely, and that sparked a big controversy, as you can imagine. Le Parisien has it on the front page. It says, "Why is Renault setting up outside of France?" And inside they have a double-page spread that investigates this further and reminds people that there's a presidential election that's about to happen, and this so-called délocalisation, outsourcing, is a very hot topic in the run-up to the presidential election, because from both the right and the left, there's been this call to buy French-made products. So Le Parisien brings together some criticism that's been thrown at Renault from the left and the right. People have been calling it social dumping. Some people say that the company, since it's a French company, has the responsibility to build in France using French workers. Now, in Le Parisien, Renault's CEO, Carlos Ghosn, insists that this isn't to the detriment of France and that it will actually increase work in France.
The business paper Les Echos, not surprisingly, also picking up on that story.
Yes, and their editorialist, Philippe Escande, has pulled together some of the harsh criticism. People have been calling it a strategical error, an awful decision, and some people have even called Carlos Ghosn a deserter. Now, Escande, he wonders, is Ghosn a good Frenchman? And he says that in any case, the presidential campaign has found a new scapegoat.
And Le Parisien is also trying to explain that decision by Renault a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. There's an interesting map that can explain why. It basically shows Renault's factories in Europe, Turkey, and Morocco versus the cost of labor. For instance, here in France, workers take 30 euros an hour. In Spain, it's 20 euros an hour. In Turkey, it's 8 euros an hour, and in Morocco, it's 4.50 euros an hour. So maybe that can explain a lot.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thank you very much indeed, Florence, for that look at all today's French newspapers. Well, let's have a quick look at today's top stories here on France 24. Thursday.